On his 53rd birthday, Michael Schumacher paid tribute with a personal message and a photo of himself and his iconic father, Michael. Ferrari has appointed Schumacher as its reserve driver, with the Italian team hoping that the young German will one day follow in the footsteps of the F1 great. Additionally, we'll also delve into the fact that Lewis Hamilton may be featured on the big screen soon and why Formula One seems to be becoming the WWE of the racing world. Stick around for all the inside details. Michael Schumacher pays tribute to his father's birthday with emotional message. Here's everything you need to know. On January 3rd, Formula One superstar Michael Schumacher, who won 7 world championships during his long career, turned 53, and his son Mick sent an emotional tribute on Instagram. On the 7-time world champion's birthday, Schumacher shared a throwback photo of himself with his renowned father, Michael, on Instagram, along with a heartfelt message. Ferrari just selected Schumacher as a reserve driver, and the Italian giants are hoping that the German might one day emulate the F1 icon. During his career, Michael Schumacher won several world championships, 5 of which he earned while working for Ferrari. Mick took to Instagram on his father's 53rd birthday, January 3rd, to deliver a heartwarming message to him. "Happy birthday, Dad," wrote the 22-year-old, beside a heart emoji and a photo of Michael holding and hugging his son. He continued, "Days like these were important to my growing passion for motorsports and still affects me to this day. I'm grateful for all the experiences you have given me, and I'm excited to be making new ones in the future." Mick Schumacher, age 22, came into Haas for his debut, and even though he had a difficult rookie season with not the best car, Mick commonly hears there are similarities between him and his father, the legendary F1 driver. Mick had earlier told an online source, "I have the utmost respect for what he has achieved, all his hard work to achieve his victories and titles. Nothing was easy for him." Mick continued stating, "I don't usually compare myself to others. I prefer to go my own way, but I do look for comparisons with my father. I've been told that we're very similar." Following his retirement from Formula One in 2012, Michael was involved in a skiing accident in December 2013 and was placed in a medically induced coma. Since September 2014, when he left the hospital for his home, the 53-year-old had private medical care and rehabilitation, with health updates few and far in between since the family wishes to keep the matter, of course, private. Is Lewis Hamilton going to feature in a film about Formula One? In the United States, Formula One has exploded in popularity. TV viewing is up, race attendance is up, and the apex of motorsport is becoming more mainstream thanks to Netflix's Drive to Survive series. Movie studios have attempted to capitalize on the rising interest in Formula One and motor racing in recent years with films such as Rush, which depicted the championship race between Niki Lauda and James Hunt in 2013. Despite the fact that it wasn't about F1, Ford vs. Ferrari tapped into an audience hungry for great stories in the world of motor racing. There have also been a number of documentaries, notably The Great Senna Film, which premiered in 2010 and went on to win numerous prizes around the world. There's certainly a market for racing films, and now word has arrived that a new film starring one of Hollywood's biggest names is on the way. Lewis Hamilton is said to be in talks about starring in a new Formula One film in Hollywood. Apple TV is expected to obtain the rights to the film, which stars Brad Pitt as a racer who returns from retirement to train a teenager and take his final try at fame on the track as the young driver's teammate, according to entertainment website Deadline. Does this remind you of Michael Schumacher and Nico Rosberg's time at Mercedes from 2010 to 2012? Currently, the storyline/plot of the upcoming movie is unknown, but there's enough interest in the concept to spark a bidding war between streaming platforms. Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, Apple TV, and of course Disney Plus, and the big film studios have all expressed interest in acquiring exclusive rights to the project. There are little details about the film and no news on whether Lewis Hamilton will feature in it or serve as a consultant, but it has the makings of a modern-day epic in the vein of James Garner's 1966 classic Grand Prix. Additionally, what many are probably unaware of is that Hamilton is no stranger to the film/movie world. In fact, Lewis Hamilton is frequently regarded as one of the greatest and most successful F1 drivers of all time. Hamilton also dabbles in everything from fashion design to music production when he's not, winning races and executing 200-mile-per-hour passes. Hamilton made a surprise appearance in Zoolander 2 in 2016, but is known for his work as a voice actor in the Cars film trilogy. He made cameo appearances in Cars 2 and 3. Hamilton has also worked in the film industry as an executive producer on Arnold Schwarzenegger's The Game Changers, which was released in 2018. So, we're excited to see him potentially star or assist on this upcoming film. However, with no title, narrative, or confirmed specifics, it's difficult to get enthused about a potential F1 film. Even again, if the project has already sparked a bidding war between streaming services and movie studios, there must be more to it than, whispers and speculation. Because of Lewis Hamilton's involvement, film should stick to genuine action, and Brad Pitt should produce an engaging acting performance. Only time Time will tell whether the picture is a modern masterpiece like Rush or a forgettable farce like Sylvester Stallone's Driven from 2001. Anyways, moving on. F1 is moving quickly towards becoming the WWE of racing. Believe it or not, but there's a lot of tension and drama going on in the F1 world currently, and it all comes back to the rivalry between Lewis Hamilton and, of course, Max Verstappen. Former F1 driver Stephen Johnson believes that the sport is perilously close to becoming the WWE of motorsport. Max Verstappen overtook Lewis Hamilton on the final lap of the final race to win the title ahead of the Mercedes driver in the 2021 season. Following ex-driver Stephen Johansson's controversial finish at last month's Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, Formula One has been cautioned that it's entering hazardous ground. Last month, the 2021 season came to a close with one of the sport's most dramatic finales as Max Verstappen piped Lewis Hamilton to title on the penultimate lap. While thrilling, it was also divisive because Michael Macy defied convention to set up the grandstand finish, allowing only the 5-lap cars between the two title contenders to unlap themselves under the safety car, but not the rest of the field, in order to allow, enough time for a final lap in racing conditions. That left Hamilton and Verstappen neck and neck for the championship, with the duo forced to race in a 1-lap shootout despite the former being approximately 12 seconds ahead of his title challenger just a few laps before. Verstappen was the driver who came out on top in the race to win his first Formula One championship, but the fallout that followed was, massive. While some complimented filmmaker Macy for producing such a suspenseful conclusion, the majority of critics, including Johansson, panned the theatrical conclusion. He wrote on his blog, "In the end, I believe Max and Lewis deserved to win the titles this year. They both drove at such a high level, and their teams ran at the same level, and it would have been such an amazing way to cap the year to have it determined on the racetrack fairly and squarely. Instead, we have this never-ending debate and polarization. I'm sure Liberty isn't unhappy because this has taken F1 to a whole new level in terms of, popularity. The Formula F1 driver, Stephen Johnson, is concerned about the sport's future, not only because of how this season finished in Abu Dhabi, but also because of the governing during the penultimate round in Saudi Arabia. Verstappen had grabbed the lead in a red flag race by passing Hamilton off the course and earning an unethical advantage. Macy phoned Red Bull before the race was restarted to inform them that they could have had their driver restart the race in P3 rather than P1 to prevent the stewards looking into the incident. And there you have it. Everything you need to know about Mick Schumacher and his emotional message to his father following the former Formula One legend's 53rd birthday. Additionally, we also touched base on the rumored in the works F1 film that could feature F1 driver Lewis Hamilton alongside major Hollywood star Brad Pitt, and why Formula One is quickly becoming the WWE of the racing world. Make sure to let us know your thoughts down below. Would you tune into the film if Lewis Hamilton was featured? Are you Team Verstappen or Team Hamilton? Do you think the finale of Formula One and the decision that was made was right? Let us know down below, but if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss any of our new and upcoming content.